Hello and welcome back to my channel. We are currently just over like 3 weeks and 2 days away from my first full distance triathlon, Outlaw Nottingham. If you had watched my last video, I basically explained that the last week, not this week, so the week before like this, I was away in North Devon and I took like a full recovery week, and by recovery week I mean literally doing zero training, eating quite a lot of food, drinking quite a lot of alcohol and just really relaxing. I felt like I needed it. Motivation was getting low towards the end of the last block, but it's back up now and I'm feeling good. Fitness feels like it's maybe dropped a little bit, but not too bad. Definitely put on a couple of pounds, which means I am going to be watching the calories over the next few days to try and maybe drop it down just a little bit. Feeling a little bit like bloated and full. But anyway, today I'm going to be doing another full day of training. I've got a bike in and a swim. I'm also potentially going to be doing a little 30-minute run. I'm getting a few packages delivered today. One of them is, maybe you can guess, it's going to be basically, I haven't got a run that I'm meant to be doing, but one of these boxes that I'm going to be opening is definitely going to make me want to go out for a quick short run. So I'm going to do that. But first I'm going to get this bike session done. I'm actually going to be using my road bike today instead of my TT bike for two reasons. One, it's a little bit comfier on the turbo trainer, and three reasons maybe. Two, it's actually easier to get out the power on this bike sitting on the trainer, and three, it's already got the skewer and stuff on the back ready for the trainer and the sensors on and all of that, so it makes my life a little bit easier than having to take apart the TT bike and get everything ready for it. Also, one more thing to mention is I actually had my COVID jab, or my first, there's two, isn't there? So I had my first sort of dose, I suppose, of the COVID jab, and it has made my arm so stiff. It's actually this arm, and it's all right pulling it forward, but like trying to do, it gets to there and it gets like really tight and stiff. I don't know how this swim's going to go later. That feels all right. I can go forward. I don't know. We'll see. You'll find out later. This here is my little outdoor bike setup. I've had to run my battery pack through the window into here to get it, and I've also just realised that I might actually struggle seeing the screen because it's the sun's out. It might seem a little counterproductive riding an indoor trainer outside, but the weather's really nice. I don't have a power meter on my bike, which makes it really hard to hit certain numbers that you've got to hit, so I thought I'd bring the turbo trainer outside. That way still get a bit of sunshine. That is session one of today done. I'm a bit of a sweaty mess, so I'm probably going to go get cleaned up, and then the boxes actually arrived whilst I was on the bike, so we'll open them. So we've got the three boxes here. I'm going to quickly unbox them, obviously, show you what we've got inside, quickly run through why I've got it. Some of the stuff will be coming more, I'll be talking about more in a future video, but I'm too excited, so I'm going to open them now, quickly show you what's in them, and then it will be off for a 30-minute run using something that's in one of these boxes, so stay tuned. First thing is some Precision Hydration 1500 milligrams salt tabs. This is quite exciting. This is actually, if you haven't seen, Precision Hydration now are doing gels. I won't go too much into it, but they're 30 grams of carbs per gel, as you can see in massive letters on the front. A 2-to-1 fructose to glucose ratio, I believe it is. Whoops. 2. Wow, that went well. 2 loads of them, so I've got 30 gels. This should be from Wiggle, and it is. New, really basic goggles. My other ones have got scratches all over them, and I've had them for like literally years. Yeah, just some Speedos, super cheap, but they work really well for me. And then finally, probably the parcel I've been most excited for. Don't know if that gives it away. Woo! Wow, they're lighter than I was expecting. They're super light. Was not expecting that. This kind of gives you an idea as to why I've bought them. Obviously, the reason I want to go for a short run, although it's not on plan, I literally can do like 20 minutes with a couple of like really short efforts, like 30-second efforts, just to see what them shoes feel like. You're probably wondering if you've seen any of my other videos, especially one where I talk about Vivo Barefoot and how I'll probably never ever change shoes again. Wondering why I've changed shoes. It's not so much that I'm changing shoes. In fact, I'm not going to go into it now. Basically, it's, long story short, it's for performance gains, and well, hopefully some performance gains, and see what these will feel like. I got about 1 million comments on a video that I'd done previously, everyone saying that they've got these and they're really, really good. So I thought I would get some and try them out. Hopefully see some performance gains in them. I love Vivo Barefoot shoes. They've made my feet incredibly strong, no injuries, made my running form really good, etc, etc. But I really wanted to try these and see what they're like and see if I get any performance gains. But I am going to be doing a full video going through sort of my first impressions running, so like doing this run in a minute, along with some interval runs. So let's lace up these shoes and go test them out for a little 30-minute run. Thought straight off the bat putting these on is they actually feel surprisingly similar to my Vivo Barefoots. I'm not going to go into too much detail, as I've just said. I will do a whole video on it, but they actually feel not that bad. They're a 0 mil heel to toe drop, so they're still like, anyone that knows about like ultras, that's a thing. I should probably mention what they actually are. They're the Altra Escalante Racers. I think that's how you pronounce it. But yeah, they kind of actually, they're like, anyone that knows ultras, they're kind of made for like your sort of barefoot or more natural foots type running, so which is why I've gone for these ones as opposed to like your Nike carbon plate ones. Also, as you might have remembered from the start of the video, I said that I'm going to be watching the calories. What we're having for dinner is pizza, so that lasted all of about 5 minutes. So I'm going to stick these in before I go out for my runs, then hopefully when I get back from my run after like 20 minutes or so, they're going to be ready and I can eat and then relax for a little bit before we start our swim. So let's get these in the oven. Ham and pineapple is what Autumn's getting. Worst choice of a pizza. Each to their own. I smell pizza. I'm not gonna lie, eating that pizza like an hour before this swim was probably not a good idea. I'm definitely feeling a little bit bloated and a little bit full, but anyway, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to go in and get the session done anyway. I am meant to do some speed work in this session, but to be honest with you, the way my shoulder's feeling, it's still like really, as I mentioned earlier, from my like jab, it's still really quite tight and I'm struggling to get my shoulder sort of past like here, so I don't know how it's going to feel trying to actually do my stroke, but I'm going to get in and I'll see what it feels like, and if it's feeling alright, then I'll carry on and I'll do some of the sessions. Basically, I think the session's quite a lot of warm up, a bit of drill work, and then like 4x100 at threshold. If it's feeling a bit sore and a bit tense, then I'll probably just try and do at least the distance, somewhere around 2 to 2.5 Ks, and call it a day there, I think. I did actually forget to show you my bike and run session from earlier on Strava, which is what I usually do in every video, so might as well keep up with that trend and show you now. So the bike ended up actually, Zwift cut out like 15 minutes into the warm-up, so it hasn't got the whole session there. It's like 48 minutes, I think, out of that hour and 3 minutes, but here is the session.
yeah, it went really well. Legs feeling really strong. Still struggling a bit in the heat. Now the weather's getting warmer in the UK, I can definitely feel it, and it's definitely like elevating my heart rate and making it feel harder. Like I say, legs are absolutely fine. They're not sore or feel like they can't carry on. It's just, they're just struggling in the heat. Run, I basically just ended up doing 2.5 miles, which was in like 17 minutes or something like that. Building from an 8:30 minute per mile all the way down to 5:30 minute per mile. Shoes felt incredible. Really surprised by them, but I'm going to save that, like I say, for another video. I don't want to talk all about that now. And that will conclude the bike and run sessions from today. Let's go crack on and get this last session done, the swim, and I'll update you after that to round off another full day of triathlon training. So swim, how was it in the end? Shoulder actually held up better than I was expecting. It was definitely sore and a bit tight, but I managed to get the session done. I think instead of doing like the 4x100s at threshold or CSS, I think I did 2 or 3x100s, then I did a few 50s because it was definitely sore and like hindering me a little bit. Ended up being, oh well, I'll put all the information up here so you can see it, but ended up being 2,300 meters. Most of it was sort of easy work, and like I say, with them few little accelerations in. But yeah, felt good to get back in the pool. It's actually 10 past 10 now, but I got in the pool at 9 o'clock, so I was expecting it to be quite dead. So it was quite a nice little swim to round off another full day of training. So I may as well end the video here because I'm going to go home and go to bed. I am shattered. It has been a rather long day for me. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like the video, subscribe, because I'm really trying to get to 1,000 subscribers and it would mean a huge amount to me. Yeah, it'd be really, really cool if we could get there. Leave any comments or questions you have down below and I will make sure that I get back to them, as I do with all of them. And I hope you have a really lovely day, evening, afternoon, whatever time you might be watching this. And I shall see you in the next video for the sort of like review or first impressions, I suppose, of the new running shoes that I've got, which definitely did surprise me actually, but I'll leave all of that for the next video. So yeah, hope you enjoyed and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.